Welcome to our channel. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video for more great content. The film begins with a story about a guy named Yun-ho, who is exceptionally nice but often overlooked by girls. This is the predicament faced by Yun-ho, who tries hard to support his girlfriend, Young-kyung, only to find that she falls for someone else. The story unfolds when Yun-ho returns to Korea with Young-kyung, both eager to launch their music careers. Upon their arrival, they reunite with Jun-young, Yun-ho's best friend. However, Yun-ho is unaware that both Young-kyung and Jun-young harbor secret feelings for each other. After a long separation, Young-kyung sees Jun-young again and is flooded with old feelings from when he went to America to showcase his piano skills. Young-kyung, charmed by him, ends up kissing Jun-young, despite her plans to marry Yun-ho. Meanwhile, Yun-ho is excited to reconnect with his best friend, Jun-young. They engage in heartfelt conversations that last all night, reminiscing like brothers. During their chat, Yun-ho expresses his hope that Jun-young will join his music team. Everything seems perfect until the discussion shifts to Young-kyung, causing Jun-young's demeanor to change. He is concealing a significant secret about her. Young-kyung, on the other hand, can't help but think about Jun-young. To her, it feels as if Yun-ho doesn't matter as much, as Jun-young has always held her heart. The next day, while Yun-ho helps Young-kyung get ready, he brings up his conversation from the previous night with Jun-young, who claimed he hadn't seen Young-kyung during his last trip to America for a music event. Curious, Young-kyung asks if Jun-young really said she wasn't there. This confuses Yun-ho, prompting him to wonder about the events that unfolded. Unbeknownst to Yun-ho, Young-kyung lies and insists she wasn't in America, nearly revealing how upset Yun-ho would be if he discovered her kiss with Jun-young during that trip. Soon after, Young-kyung secretly meets with Jun-young to discuss their feelings, but thoughts of Yun-ho make her hesitant. Unfortunately, her choice of words leads Jun-young to misinterpret her intentions, causing him to leave abruptly. During this time, a woman named Song-ah observes the unfolding drama. She plays in an orchestra and has been aided by Jun-young in the past. Aspiring to succeed in music, she faces repeated rejections from music schools. Eventually, she gains admission to a prestigious institution, where she becomes the oldest student, making her a target for teasing from younger peers. However, Song-ah remains resilient, choosing to internalize her feelings. When she experiences sorrow, she retreats into solitude for reflection. Amidst a challenging time, Song-ah encounters Jun-young at an orchestra rehearsal, where she sits in the back, symbolizing her perceived lack of skill. Jun-young arrives late but is warmly welcomed by the conductor, who praises his talent. In stark contrast, the conductor is harsh with Song-ah, criticizing her performance. This being her first time on stage, she pleads for another chance, but the conductor's scolding leaves her feeling humiliated. Seeing her distress, Jun-young cleverly drops a book, diverting attention and easing the tension. The conductor's anger subsides, but Song-ah still has to leave. Later, a friend congratulates Song-ah, unaware of her disqualification. Overhearing this, Jun-young steps in to support her, which impresses her friend, given that a renowned pianist like Jun-young is commending her. From that moment, Song-ah and Jun-young encounter each other more frequently. Both are somewhat introverted, leading to awkward interactions. Facing numerous setbacks and pressure from her family to pursue a conventional career, Song-ah struggles to maintain her dream of music. As time passes, Song-ah secures an internship at a cultural foundation managed by Young-kyung's family, allowing her to work closely with Jun-young, Young-kyung, and Yun-ho. This proximity fosters their budding relationships. One evening, they all go out for dinner, where Yun-ho is cheerful and chatty, oblivious to the tension between Jun-young and Young-kyung due to their hidden emotions. Ironically, while Yun-ho appears the happiest, he is secretly the saddest. After dinner, he asks Jun-young to play a song on the piano. When he turns to Song-ah for a suggestion, she recommends Turmiri. Jun-young becomes quiet at the mention, as the song holds significant meaning for both him and Young-kyung. Despite his hesitation, Yun-ho insists, and Jun-young plays the piece. As Young-kyung listens to Turmiri, she is deeply moved, her attention solely on Jun-young, completely disregarding Yun-ho's presence. The melody awakens memories of their shared past, and even after leaving, Young-kyung cannot shake her thoughts of him. The following day, Young-kyung convinces Jun-young to attend a concert, claiming that Yun-ho will perform. She hopes to catch his attention, but the evening doesn't unfold as planned. Jun-young finds himself more captivated by Song-ah than by Young-kyung. After the concert, they go out to eat, where a song plays in the background, prompting Song-ah to express her fondness for it. Yun-ho jokingly remarks that all violinists would like it and then asks Jun-young for his thoughts. Jun-young reveals that he enjoys the song not just for its melody but because of the special story behind it, a story of love between Young-kyung and Jun-young, something Yun-ho remains unaware of. The next day, while catching up with his friend Young, Yun-ho learns that Young-kyung attended Jun-young's performance in America, which raises suspicions about their relationship. That night, Yun-ho cannot shake his growing unease regarding Young-kyung and Jun-young. As she prepares to practice music with Jun-young, Young-kyung removes her wedding ring to avoid raising questions. When Yun-ho notices her bare finger, it becomes evident that something significant is happening between them, deeply disappointing him. Amid the confusion of emotions, Jun-young leaves abruptly, and Young-kyung rushes after him, leaving Yun-ho alone and visibly upset. Nevertheless, he attempts to maintain composure and even accompanies Young-kyung to the taxi stand. Later that evening, Yun-ho invites Jun-young over for drinks. As the night progresses, Yun-ho drinks excessively and drunkenly tells Jun-young to leave. Initially thinking it's a joke, Jun-young realizes the seriousness of the situation when he sees Yun-ho's expression. Understanding that Yun-ho is heartbroken, Jun-young decides it's time to definitively end his relationship with Young-kyung. After speaking with her, Jun-young leaves for good. Meanwhile, Yun-ho remains heartbroken, fixating on his wedding ring. Young-kyung, now exposed, cannot hide the truth any longer. She and Yun-ho engage in a private conversation, which is typically filled with laughter but this time is marked by tension. Yun-ho, trying to suppress tears, conveys his pain. Young-kyung feels guilt for hurting him, yet she cannot deny her true feelings. In this emotional exchange, Yun-ho offers Young-kyung the space she needs but pleads with her not to leave him for good. Young-kyung begins to cry, ultimately leading to the end of their relationship as she apologizes. Now, Yun-ho is left alone. Shortly after, Young-kyung confides in her grandmother about the situation, but their relationship is strained due to her grandmother's constant pressure regarding the family business. Upon hearing Young-kyung's story, her grandmother supports her decision but disparages Yun-ho, calling him poor. Oddly, Young-kyung feels hurt by her grandmother's remarks, leading to resentment towards her. Meanwhile, Jun-young continues to grow closer to Song-ah, admiring her positivity despite the challenges she faces. Song-ah appreciates Jun-young's quiet support. When Young-kyung learns of Jun-young's feelings for Song-ah, she is devastated, realizing her own feelings for him remain unreciprocated. She attempts to win him back, but it only leads to further heartache. Jun-young tells Young-kyung it's time to move on and reflect on her feelings, pointing out that she seemed happiest with Yun-ho. This realization triggers Young-kyung's longing for Yun-ho as she contemplates her past decisions. Soon after, she receives the news that Yun-ho is moving abroad. Remembering how he used to warm her cold hands, she feels a deep sorrow at the thought of losing him. Her grief intensifies with the unexpected news of her grandmother's passing. All these unfortunate events leave Young-kyung feeling despondent. At her grandmother's funeral, both Yun-ho and Jun-young come to pay their respects, standing by her side. Yun-ho even warms her hands one last time, reminiscent of their past. Additionally, Yun-ho attends the anniversary of her grandmother's death, where he performs alongside Young-kyung, Jun-young, and Song-ah. After their performance, Yun-ho returns a music book that Young-kyung had lent him, deepening her sadness as it symbolizes the end of their shared experiences. As he prepares to leave, Young-kyung, driven by emotion, runs after Yun-ho, asking when he will return. His uncertain reply hints that he may not come back, which devastates Young-kyung, prompting tears as she watches him depart. Following the funeral, Young-kyung finds herself living alone and resolves to become a music teacher. She spends considerable time reflecting on her past mistakes. One day, while preparing to play the violin in the music room, there's a knock at the door. To her surprise, it's Yun-ho. He greets her simply, and at first, she's so stunned that she struggles to believe he is truly there. Once she regains her composure, she reciprocates his greeting. In that moment, Yunho has chosen to return and forgive Youngkyung for everything that transpired. They are now ready to start new life and forget their past.